Hey y'all, it's Tanya, TJ Paper Creations again. Um, Today I just thought I would work through this journal. I'm still trying to get it finished, and I went through there and put um, tags and things that I had already pre-made, but as you can tell, there's some that I still need to make. So what I normally do when I get to this point is I go back through, and wherever I need something, like right there, well, I measure it, see about, how big a tag or card I want, and then I write them down. Okay? And then once I do that, I just go to cutting and grabbing papers and cutting tag shapes and all that good stuff. Now, you can too, one good thing for making tags and journaling cards out of is your master boards. If you don't know what that is, basically it's just taking a sheet, in this case out of a Medicare book, is taking a sheet of paper and collaging it with your scraps. And then on the back, normally you would put, which I don't have these done yet, but you would put like, you would use, let's see, like for instance, there's a scrap of this, anything that's kind of neutral that you can write on, and then you collage those on the backs. Or what I've been doing some lately is just going ahead and cutting these out, cutting in my shapes, and then gluing these, gluing some backs to the back sides of them that you can write and journal on. So that's what I like. For instance, let's see. Yeah, see, this one has, I've backed it with some neutral papers, coffee dyed paper, whatever. So I've already cut some of these up, it looks like. So anyway, that's your mat. That's what a master board is. In case you hear someone talking about that and you don't know what it is, that's what a master board is. You can also use, these are pretty thin pages. See, they're pretty thin. So once you put paper on the front and the back, because it's going to make it a lot thicker. You can also use, if you don't have something like this, we're old, so we have Medicare books that come in. Let's see, like for instance, magazine pages. These are, pretty thin too. And you can collage on those. Those make good master boards. So just whatever you've got that, that you can collage on, that's what, what you can do. Matter of fact, while I've got this out, let's just go through here and look and see what we've got as far as colors go. This one would actually be, let's see, because I'm doing, it's so neutral, I have added some pinks and greens to it, so this would make a good one, because that's what colors that is. So we could make a tag or something out of it. This one would be good too, actually. Well, you can tell I like pinks and greens because I have a lot of those. I don't really care for that one, for this particular journal. This one's kind of thick. Let's see. There's some blues. I don't need blues. Let's see. There's some more greens. Kind of like to have a little bit of pinks mixed in there, though. May just have a couple there that we can use, but that's okay. Now here's some neutrals. And see, this is another good idea too. You can make collage your neutral papers, like your hymn book, your hymn pages, your music pages, book pages, whatever. And make it neutral, and then when you cut it out, you can add like a flower to it and a label or whatever, and you're set. It makes a really pretty tag. So, matter of fact, I might do that too. Do something plain there. Okay, blues, yellows. Let's see, that's too much pink, I think, and that is too much green, not enough pink. Okay, so that's all I got in that one. So, okay, we'll just work with this for right now. And, also when I take my, when I print out my digitals, like for instance, this digital that I bought had like a bunch of pages, but I only used like maybe 5 or 6 of them. And then, cause I like to add other things, other types of pages to it, like this one's just a coffee dyed page I added. This is one that was actually from another kit. I added it. I always put in one of these pages. It's just tracing paper with some hem book pages in between it, and then you sew around it. I got that idea from Rhonda with an H, without an H, excuse me. And so anyway, but I always print out more than what I'm going to need, because then what I will do is, say for instance, let's see, and some of your digital kits will come with other, you know, other pages with them too, like for instance pages you can use to back the other pages with. Like this one is a good idea right here. That would make a really cute tag. It's just got, it's very neutral. Let's see. So it's this one, which would fit in with the biblical theme because it's got, let's see, olive tree branches. Let's see what else here. I think I've already used all the other ones up that I had. Okay, so there's one too, but I don't know if that would make it'd be very plain. Really plain. There's one. Okay, anyway, alright, so this is a pretty good bit of stuff here. So, let's take, this one has caught my interest. So let's do this one right quick. First of all, let me see what sizes I need. This one could be a long one because it can go all the way to the top. So, let's see. How about, let me see. I need 7.5 tall, or let's do 7 high and 4 wide. So and 7 tall. Excuse me, y'all, while I measure. So sorry. Okay, let's do. Okay, let's do 4 there, and then let's do. I did not want to get out my big cutter because it takes up my whole desk. Let's do 7. why I'm like that, because this only goes to like 5.5. It actually just goes to 5. I had to write that in. I had to mark it in. Okay, so there's one, 7 by 4. Alright, now let's try to cut some of these up. Let's see, how wide do I need some stuff? I don't know if I really care for that side. Let's do this. This one can be by 3. And let's see, how long do I want it? 7 3/8. Sure, let's see, do I want to cut this part off or this part? Let's see where it lands. I'm going to have to cut some of this off right here anyway because it's all jaggedy from where I pulled it out of the book. So let's see, 7 3/8. Yeah, let's do it from this end. Don't have to cut off a whole lot anyway. There we go. Alright, so that'd make a 7 3/8 by 3-inch tag. Alright, and then let's see here. Oh, yeah, I've got that little bitty tiny one. Let's see. I may even actually have something that would fit in it. Let's see. 2 1/8 by 2 1/2. Nope, that won't work. Nope. Nope. I had some smaller things that I knew would kind of match, but they're not exactly the right size. Let's see. That could actually 2 1/2. It's not quite 2 1/2, but that would work. Nope. Okay, so just gonna have to make something else. Let's take this again and do a small one because I could cut around that, I think, because I just need it to be 2 1/2. Yeah, 2 1/2 there, and then we need it to be 2 1/8. This side, 2 1/8. Boy, that is small. Good grief. It's going to be really, really tiny. I think this one's for that little bitty pocket I added to that other pocket. So that's why it needs to be so small. Okay, what else? A 7 3/8 by 3 1/8. Let's see if the jaggedy ends off of that. Okay, let's try one of these though, because I don't want them all to look the same. Get some different stuff here. Let's do one of these. Okay, I did that one, that one, that one. I'm just marking off which ones I've done. 7 3/8 by 3 1/8. 7. That right there, I'm got sidetracked because this is jaggedy on this side too. I don't know how that happened, so let me get just a little bit of that off of there. Yep, that. And then let's see here, 8 by 3 1/4. Let's try one of these. Okay, 3 1/4. 3 1/4 by 8. This, I think, is just 8. Yes. By the time I take off the little jaggedy pieces, I'm going to take a little bit of this side off to straighten that up. Okay, so that'll be one. And let's do a let's see if this would work. Let's see if it's 7 1/2. Yes, it is. About 4 1/2. So let's do 4 1/2 here. And 7 1/2. This is going to be a big one. It's going to be a German card instead of a tag. Okay. Then let's see here. Let's do this. Wait a minute, it's 3 1/4 inches wide. Inches by 5 1/2. The 5 1/4, about right there. Okay, so we'll make a tag out of that. Some scraps. And then let's do another one off the master board. Let's do a 5 1/2 by 3 1/4. Let's see. 3 1/4. Take that jaggedy piece off of there. Rough edge. And I think I just lost my place. Okay, 6. This has got to be 6 inches. That was yeah. 6. This is let's see. I think I want this end to 6. And Yeah, I like that one. Okay. And then, let's see. Let's do an olive branch one for the last one. 4 inches. This is probably boring y'all to sleep, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Trying to get this journal finished. Let's see, 6 1/4. Okay, 6 1/4. Okay. So, that can be a scrap. It's too small for anything else. Wait, is that little one I made? No, that was the leftovers from it. Okay, good deal. Alright, now, let's try. Throw this in the garbage. Okay, let's see. Scraps. Now, we want to back some of these tags with something. Yes, that would look good on there. And then, let's see, this one. Would look good on there too. So, we'll back that. That. See, since this is the longest one, let's place it like that. I try to lay them to where I have the biggest pieces left over of the scraps. It doesn't always work out like I wanted it to, but I try to do that. Okay. So let's clear this down. Okay. Y'all, normally if I'm not talking to y'all and I'm crafting, I've got a small DVD player in here that I turn on, watch movies or whatever. It also plays music, so I do that too. Sometimes I listen to me some good old Southern gospel music while I'm crafting. Okay, let's see. With these big pieces eat. Oof. Okay, let's glue the disc. glue stick, but just gotta have it. Or I do. When it comes to stuff like this, it's better to use that glue stick. Okay. Okay, I hope I'm not out of frame, out of the camera here. I'm still trying to know where my boundaries are. Okay. There we go. All right, there's those. Let's see. What we come back some more with. Let's try one of these for this. I think it would look good for backing on that. And then let's see. Yep, that would look good on there. Man, that's not going to fit. So maybe one of these. I did that and that. And that. This little thing, I know what, it would go in here somewhere. Let's do that right quick. Okay. Let's put it down here. See. Look about the same size there. I'm getting sticky fingers. Sticky fingers. Okay, let's see. Oh gracious, I can't glue anything without it wanting to move around on me. I don't know how people do it. I see Gail Augustinelli putting glue on stuff and she has no troubles whatsoever. It's quick and fast and easy looking, but it ain't so easy when I try to do it. Maybe it's the different kind of glue or something, I don't know. But in my area, I live in Mississippi, and we have very, y'all, please excuse the rattle, because I gotta have something for my sticky fingers. But in Mississippi, we have so much humidity that some glues just don't work as well as others. And I have found that this Scotch permanent glue stick works really good holding stuff. But it's also very sticky and stringy. You can see like little strings coming off of it sometimes, but I will. It's what it is. It is what it is. Okay, see now that one is staying put where it's supposed to be. Don't know why they can't all do that. Oh goodness. I went to my daughter's this weekend, y'all. I had such a good time. Got to see my grandbabies. Well, they're not babies anymore. They're grown, half grown. One of them I didn't get to see much of. She was in and out the door because she had while I was there, she had a track meet. And she had a softball tournament over the weekend. So she was pretty much gone the whole time. But I did get to see her for a split second. And then my other granddaughter is she's in school at Louisiana Tech. So she has a house they rent right down the street from the school. Well, not far from the school, I should say. But so I got to see her. My daughter took us all out to eat while I was there on Saturday, and it was good. I had never been there before. It's called Roma's Bistro. Of course, it's Italian. My daughter loves Italian food. Oh my goodness, that child. I don't know where she got that from. Well, I like it, but not like she likes it. She loves her some pasta. I don't really like the back of that one. With that. Yeah, that one looks better with it than the coffee dyed. But, so anyway, but I enjoyed myself. I had so much fun. And, of course, Lindsay, my daughter, she had to work a lot of the time. I was there too, but she works like 2 jobs. But her sweet husband was there. Of course, he works 2 jobs too, but one of his jobs is real estate, so he can do that from home. So he kind of he kept me entertained. And he's one of those people that's just good at motivational type things. If you're, you're down about something, or you got something going on, or something you want to get started, or whatever, he's just like really good at motivating you to do those things. If that's what you want to do it. So yeah, so I enjoy talking with him too. But I just had such a good time. I love him so much. And then my grandson, got to see him and his sweet little wife. She is so sweet. She went out and ate with us too. And of course, she had to order something to go to take home to him. So that was sweet. I did it like this, I'd have more scrap left over. So let's do that. But anyway, my husband's gone right now. Maybe he'll get back to mowing the yard when he gets back. Our lawnmower broke. One of the belts broke on it or something, so he's gonna have to get a new belt for it. But fortunately, he's very good at fixing things like that. So, matter of fact, I hear somebody mowing. It must be across the street. I don't know. So, oh, and then the last video, if y'all heard, oh my goodness, the loud racket in the background, that was my AC coming on. It is so loud. But usually I have the door closed, and I have forgot to close the door. So it kind of muffles it a little bit. Like you can probably hear it now, but it's at least a little muffled maybe than it was the other day. I listened back to the video and I was like, oh my goodness, they may not can even hear me. Okay, now what we're gonna do is cut these out and start on them. Let's see, what's the first ones I did? I don't know. He didn't. I think it was this one right here. Let's cut this one out first. Could cut it with some scissors, but you know, me and the straight thing, it don't work. It just don't work for me. I wish I could cut straight, but I can't. I can't do anything straight. So, got that cut out. Okay, let's see. This one. Oh, let's see. Did I get? Nope. Nope, I did not. I can't even cut straight with the cutter. I don't think. This is so, I don't know, something's cutting my stuff jaggedy or what, but I'm been running across a lot of jaggedy stuff here today. Probably need to cut these out just a smidge bigger than they need to be, so that when I'm doing this and trying to cut straight, I can lose a little bit and it won't matter. Somebody is mowing, I hear it. Yeah, I think that's across the street. And y'all, we live on a highway, so yeah, you can always hear some, well, not always, but sometimes you hear street noise, especially if we got a big old truck coming down the road or something. You can hear it very well. I love making journals. I love doing this. Sometimes it's just some of the stuff that you do, you can just shut your mind off and just do it. Especially this kind of stuff right here. Because it's just cutting stuff. And I like to fussy cut too. Sometimes I'll sit and watch TV while I'm doing that. that is fun. Okay, that could be a big scrap there. Let's see. This is the one that's so little, I can't afford to mess up on on this one. Let's see. Might do better cutting this one with the scissors. I don't know. Probably not. But I'm gonna try it anyway. I've learned if I try to set my scissors and then where I'm going, put my eyes on the prize there, that sometimes it ends up being a little straighter than other times when I don't do that. Okay, now let's see here. I don't know how long I'm taking doing this, probably too long. I guess I'll have to do another video to decorate them. Because right now, all I'm doing is getting them cut out. So, there's that. If y'all have any ideas about things that y'all would like to see me do on video, let me know in the comments, because you know, I don't know who knows what and whatever. If you're new to journaling or you don't journal at all, you just like watching me make a idiot of myself. Or whatever the case may be. You know. So, but if you want to see me do some certain thing, then just let me know and I'll try to do it. If it's something I know how to do. If it's not, I can probably refer you to somebody that does know how to do it. Or I'll at least try something first. Hey, I'm one of those. I'll try it at least once. If it don't work out, oh well. You've only rent, what, a sheet of paper? So, you know, it's all good. That's how we learn things. Sometimes we have to make mistakes. Or I know I do. And I've made many a mistake in my life. I should be real smart, actually. All the mistakes I've made in my lifetime. I'm not that young anymore. I am actually 62 years old. So, I'm not a young chickadee no more. But that's alright. That's alright. I'm getting closer to going home. Yes, I am. Oh, boy, some days, I tell you what, I miss my mama and daddy. I really do. I miss them something awful. But I know they are happy where they're at. So that's all that matters. Family they raised us up in church, boy. You didn't miss a Sunday unless you were deathly ill. If you were just a little, you know, you still went. You just about had to be running fever before you were staying home from church. And we went Sunday morning, Sunday nights, and Wednesday nights, and anytime the doors were open for revival or any other kind of a singing or anything, we were there. We were there. A lot of churches don't even have Sunday night services anymore. I know we've been looking for another church lately, and some of the ones that we came from a church that you know, they had services on Sunday morning and Sunday night and Wednesday night, and sometimes we'd have activities or stuff we did on Saturdays, even Saturday night. But it just got to be so far of a drive. It took me an hour. It took us an hour to get back and forth to church. And so that's like, and you know, they have Sunday night services. So that was like 4 hours a day we're driving to go to church. And, you know, which is fine. I mean, you know, you do what you got to do to go where you need to go. But at the time I was going, I was living with my mother. You know, we were moved in to kind of see after her and take care of her. And so she didn't live but 20 minutes from the church. And they had asked me if I would play the piano because their piano player had gotten ill. She had some surgeries and just didn't want to play anymore. Couldn't play. So they had asked me if I would play, and so I did. And I was there. I guess, I don't know, because I even, you know, we still went for about a year after my mom passed. But so we just recently started looking. Well, actually, we were there until what, December, I think, last year, in December. And you know, we quit going in December and decided to look for another church and try to find one closer by. Anyway, to say all that, a lot of churches just don't have church anymore on Sunday nights, especially some of your bigger churches. They have like 2 services in the mornings, and then they have Wednesday night service. Now there's this one church that we've been going to. It's a rather large size church, and they have so many activities going on during the week too that, oh my goodness, if you did everything, you'd be at church all week. So, but which is okay too if you know, can swing that. So, excuse me, I gotta have something to drink. So anyway, that's where we are. We still haven't found one to call home yet, but we're still looking. Well, y'all, I have been here almost 45 minutes, I think. So, I think I'll just hold off on this and come back next time and decorate them. Because all you're really going to do, especially with the tag ones, I have this nifty little thing here that I just use, an old gift card or credit card or something, and I've cut different angles on each corner, and then it's just easiest for me to do it this way because, like I said, don't do anything straight. So anyway, yeah, that will make a cute little tag. Looks like it's got a little band across there. That's cute. So, yeah, and all this needs like flower and a label or butterfly or anything like that. And they will make, now these bigger ones, what I will do probably is just make these into journaling cards. Now, to me, I don't know what you know, the legal description of a tag or journaling card is, but to me, a tag is something that's, you know, kind of tall and thin. You know, if it's like too wide, to me, this could still be a tag, but, you know. But a journaling card is just usually doesn't have the string or holes in it. I really, to be honest, I don't know the difference. But this one, I think it's going to be a tag. It just looks like it lends itself more that way. Let's do a 1-inch cut here on this one. Anyway, so what we'll do is tomorrow try to come back and maybe decorate some of these tags. Then I can get them in my journal. So, okay. Well, anyway, well, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I know it was kind of just me talking and cutting paper and gluing paper, and that's about all I was doing today. But I enjoyed being able to talk to y'all though. And if y'all have any questions, please, you know, please ask them. Leave me a comment. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I would be very, very appreciative of that. And God bless.